Hello, I am Chel. I am here to discuss about interdisciplinary summative assessment. Worksheet number 1. Activity title: Graph me a pie task. Learning areas: EPP, Math and Science. Grade level 6. Content standards. For EPP 6, the learners demonstrate an understanding and skills in managing family resources. For Science 6, the learners demonstrate understanding of the interactions for survival among living and non-living things that take place in tropical rainforest, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. Math 6, the learner demonstrates understanding of the concepts of parallel and perpendicular lines, angles, triangles, and quadrilaterals. These content standards are all quarter 2. Learning competencies. The learning competency for EPP allocates budget for basic and social needs such as food and clothing, shelter and education, social needs, social and moral obligations such as birthdays, baptisms, and etc. Family activities, school affairs, savings, emergency budget such as house repair. For math, illustrates different angles such as right, acute, obtuse using models. For science, explain the need to protect and conserve tropical rainforest, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. So here is our interdisciplinary summative assessment. We will find the common learning competencies for EPP, Math, and Science. Description of the activity. This activity is a performance-based task, focuses on the common learning competencies of the 3 subject areas, namely EPP, Math, and Science. The objectives of this activity are to let the pupils create a pie graph showing allocation of family budget for basic and social needs such as food and clothing, shelter and education, social needs, family activities, and school affairs, savings, or emergency budget. Second, illustrate different angles such as right, acute, and obtuse angles using models. These angles form in the pie graph. And lastly, explain the need to protect and conserve tropical rainforest, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. Assessment criteria will be based on the accuracy, development of ideas, and quality. For excellent, 5 points. Creates a pie graph correctly that illustrates different angles, which is attractively arranged and easy to interpret, and explains the information vigorously, making useful distinctions. For above average, creates a pie graph correctly that illustrates the different angles and explains the information effectively. Satisfactory, 3 points. Creates a pie graph with some errors that illustrates the different angles and explains inconsistent information. For 4, 2 points. Creates a pie graph with several errors that illustrates some angles and explains information but with unclear reasoning. Unsatisfactory, 1 point. Attempted to create but hard to interpret. Assessment method is a performance-based. The teacher will assess the accuracy of the pie graph created based on the budget allocation, quality of information presented on the description and illustration of different angles, and development of ideas on the explanation of the need to protect and conserve tropical rainforests, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. Assessment activities before it is named as 5 P's. The first one is purpose, plan, prepare, practice, positivity. For purpose, know the objectives of the task, plan the materials or devices, and the assignment of group members such as cooperative activity. Prepare the presentation through discussion on what and how to do it, messenger, text, messaging, call, Zoom, Meet, and etc. For practice, making a pie graph. For positivity, make promises to be persistent. During, create a pie graph showing allocation of family budget for basic and social needs such as food and clothing, shelter and education, social needs, and family activities. Illustrate different angles, right, acute, and obtuse, using models angles formed in the pie graph, and explain the need to protect and conserve tropical rainforests, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. After creating a pie graph, describe and illustrate the different angles using the graph. Explain the need to protect and conserve tropical rainforests, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. Okay, that's all. Thank you. And Merry Christmas.